Let's start with your reading, Sagittarius. Today, we're going to look into the next 6 months ahead for you in order to see what the rest of the year will look like. We're going to start with 2 cards for each month to anticipate the type of movements you should expect. And then in the second part of the video, we are going to dive deeper in all the messages to find out more details, together with looking into how your current year is going to end. Now, let's start right away with your reading. Oof. All right. Things are pretty good, but we do have a challenge right here. We do have something that we need to prepare for, that it's absolutely manageable if you know what it is and if you know how to handle it. First of all, the energy you're coming into the reading with, Sagittarius, the Tower. Right here, it feels like you're coming from a situation that quickly changed. This is something that you were getting used to, something you have built your foundation on, something you had expectations from, but that all of a sudden completely changed in a way that you did not anticipate. Right here, this situation showed a lot of promise, but things have transformed. And overall, the dynamic, the trajectory of this very situation has completely changed. Right now, you have been thinking about this, trying to make sense of all of it, and also trying to understand what to do next, how to move forward. And I can tell that you're going to have that clarity that you need right now very, very soon. First of all, we have the month of July. And right here, I'm also starting to see what it is that you are focusing on and what it is that it's making you overall confused right now. Right here, we have the World and the Eight of Wands reversed. And it's clear. The first message that comes up with this combination is no contact. No contact, block communication, distance with that World card. But what's very interesting about this is that the fact that there is no contact right now, it doesn't mean that there aren't things to say. In fact, there is someone here who's not talking to you, but who is talking about you. It feels like this person has felt as though they needed to do this. They needed to put distance, and not because of you not being good enough or you not being something that they want. Absolutely not. But because I sense that in a way or another, with your actions, with your words, you have put a mirror in front of their face and they didn't like what they saw. It's as if you call them out on their behavior, on something that they have done, and now they realize that they're not as perfect as they portray themselves to be. This person definitely does not like to be wrong, and they don't understand the value in admitting that they're wrong. Better to just say, you know what, yes, I messed up. Yes, I should have done better and I'm going to do better. Other than losing something that they clearly care about. Otherwise, they wouldn't be talking about this. They wouldn't be talking about you. And so we see that for the month of July, there are a lot of secret energies, a lot of things that are happening that you might not know about, but that are happening nevertheless. And I do believe that eventually these will come up on the surface. We'll dive deeper into these messages to see what it is that they're saying and if they are going to show up on the surface so that you can actually see them and hear about them. For the month of August, we have the Knight of Wands and Strength. This is actually a beautiful combination, especially considering where you're coming from, Sagittarius. It feels like in the past, you would fight for this, whether it was for this person or just for these type of situations. You would eventually try to pull things together to fix things. because you instead care more about the relationship or the connection other than just wanting to always be right and be seen as the perfect one in the relationship, right? When you have that passion and that love for someone, eventually you work your way through also not fair situations for the sake of peace, for the sake of the love that you share. And this is good but bad at the same time, because at times, potentially in the past, you ended up putting up with things that you should have not put up with, you know? But right here, something has changed. I definitely see that, because with that Knight of Wands, you have that urge to just fix things, to go in and bring passion back into a situation that maybe you should just walk away from. But that beautiful strength card right here is showing us how you're trying to control that instinct. You do feel that something has changed. There is a dot at the end of the sentence this time, and you don't feel that drive anymore. You are overall tired of chasing rainbows, and you're ready for someone who is more mature, who can really put the pride aside and be who they want to be, say what they want to say, even if that makes them vulnerable. Right here, you are letting go, and this person will not like it. The truth is that right here, you're thinking, you know what? I used to dream about this. I used to build a lot of expectations around this. But now instead, I'm done. Right now, I'm not dreaming anymore. I'm just awake. And that is going to be a very powerful moment for you. When we clarify, we'll see what this person's reaction is going to be to this. Now, for the month of September, Six of Cups and Nine of Pentacles. You know, first of all, with the Nine of Pentacles, I see you focusing on yourself and also receiving great news about work, about money. There is something right here that you might have applied for, or that you thought of applying, but you thought that eventually would never happen. But this is coming back with a positive response, or you're going to see that there is a way to try it and to be successful at it. What I see is that this might actually make you travel and also grow your bank account. The main reason why this message is coming up, though, it's that it's distracting you from the past. It's distracting you from what you're trying to leave behind, especially the drama and this toxic dynamic that you have been involved into for way too long. This is actually really good news, and we'll look into what this is as soon as we clarify these cards. Now, for the month of October, the High Priestess, the Two of Cups, you know, this feels like full circle. Right here, you are identifying what it is that you have to leave behind. You are staying strong. You're traveling away from it. But then what happens every single time that you travel somewhere? Eventually, you have to come back home. And what right here, I see just you back to the place where you were moving away from. It doesn't have to be emotionally. It can really much be physically. Back to the same town, closer to that person. And I see that this will trigger some sort of conversation. The fact that you're back, the fact that you're not as distracted anymore, will potentially make this person attempt a conversation. And I feel that this needs to happen right now. There are messages that do want to come in, Sagittarius, for reasons that we'll have to find out. It doesn't mean that the two of you are going to go back together, or that you're going to reconnect with all the situations that you were trying to move away from. But it feels like it's something that you need to hear about. Keep in mind that now the temperature has cooled down, and whatever is going to be said now, it's going to come straight from the heart. There is no more pride here. I don't see any of it. And in fact, I see a very heartwarming, honest, open-hearted conversation right here. What will be said? We'll find out when we clarify. Now, for the month of November, see, things are going absolutely beautifully, and then we do have a challenge there, but we'll get there. Right now, we have something amazing. Ace of Swords, the Sun. Oh my God, this is beautiful. You know, by the time November rolls in, you are going to feel so good about yourself, Sagittarius. I feel that right now you just have a new perspective in life. You are really loving yourself. You are loving the world around you. And the most important thing that I see here is that you look back, even just like few months right there, and you feel like a different person. You feel like the things that you wanted back then, the things you were fighting for back then, right now are not important at all. And why is this important? It's important because it's showing you that sometimes we feel so connected to something or someone. We feel so connected to an outcome that we feel our life depends on it. But if we give it some time, we might realize that instead we don't even want it. And it's not as important as we thought at first. This is going to be just an example of something bigger, a tool that you're going to receive here, something you're going to learn, which is going to help you next, actually sooner than you think. Now I'm starting to understand what this might be. So, December, the challenge that we were talking about. Right here we have the Five of Wands and the Lovers reversed. You know, it feels like something will try to distract you from your new journey, trying in fact to take you back to what you are leaving behind. I do see some doubts, some fears as well for having missed out. It's as if maybe, now I'm just speculating and we'll have to clarify to find out the details when we clarify. Maybe this person is finding someone or someone is moving on and they're making it clear to you that they have moved on. Maybe they have someone new. Maybe they're moving somewhere. And this is pretty much the moment of truth for you, Sagittarius, because up to this point, this was all theoretical. Whereas instead, right now, things are actually happening. And this is the point of no return. That's what I'm seeing right here. Someone is definitely wanting to let you know that they're making the shift. And at first, it's going to make you feel a little doubtful. The truth being is that it's such a weird feeling to still be connected to someone, maybe even still be in love with someone without a reason to. Feeling that bond after someone keeps proving to you that you deserve much better. You know, this person is definitely wanting for you to know, which is making me think that perhaps they're just trying to, again, attempt to reconnect once again, to reach out. And keep in mind that what you are going to do here or not do here will definitely determine the events of the incoming cycle. Overall, you have a beautiful trajectory in front of you, Sagittarius. We do see the moment of truth at the very end of this journey. And I do believe that it's going to be very important to clarify what this is and how to best handle it so that you don't end up jeopardizing whatever comes next. Don't ruin this beautiful new trajectory that you're on, because we see that right here, you're going to gain a lot of power and you're going to feel really good about yourself and about the world that you are building around you. This is not the moment for you to jeopardize everything that you are building in the next few months. So, Sagittarius, this is all I have for the first part of the video. If you want to dive deeper into the messages with me, make sure to follow me in the extended video link below in the description box. Also, don't forget that every single week I randomly select viewers who have watched the extended video to offer them a 100% free, personal, live, 45-minute reading. I send out emails every Monday morning. Make sure to check out your spam folder as well. I send them out actually Monday morning and Wednesday morning as well to select more people. Please, again, make sure to check out your spam folder too. Now, stay tuned for the extended preview coming right up after this. Welcome back to your extended reading, Sagittarius. We have actually seen really beautiful things coming your way in the next few months. And the most important one was the fact that right now you are standing your ground. You're standing strong and you're not wanting to make the same mistakes that potentially you have made in the past. there is a dot, as we were saying at the end of the sentence, and you really feel ready to do what's necessary to do in order to manifest a long-term transformation in your life. And this is going to happen, although at the very end we might have a little bit of a challenge. We'll look into it. But first of all, let's start from the beginning and let's see what this person is saying about you. Why aren't they saying it in your face, and why are they keeping it as a secret right now? Let's immediately clarify the World and the Eight of Wands reverse for the month of July. Oh my God. Eight of Swords immediately right there. The World once again. And the Page of Swords. I mean, it's so clear what this person is doing, but the motivations behind it, those might actually surprise you. What we're seeing right here with